What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Meathead Gaming. My name is Ron. This is the best channel that nobody watches except a few special people like yourselves. And today we have the grand final of the first tournament in 1180. I think it's the first one that they had in the last few years, anyway. It's gonna be a best of 5 match between Michal and Premysl. So let's jump into it. It's gonna be the first match. Let's see. Premysl. Okay. So Premysl is gonna play with the Duchy of Bohemia again. He pretty much likes those guys. While Michal will play as the Mongols. Let's see. We have 6 horses, 1 horse archer, 4 archers, 4 swords. I stand corrected, 8 swords and a couple of spears, probably on each flank. We have some cheap spears, 4 archers, 1 axeman, swordsman. And how many cavalry for Premysl? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it's a 5-on-6 on the cavalry front. These two players are pretty good. They're actually quite good from what I've seen in the previous matches. Now, Premysl is gonna come with his more loose formation. We did see in the previous match in the semi-final that he can play a tight formation as well, but from what I can see, this is his preferred way of fighting. So we have some light spears up front. Then the skirmishers. This is actually, like, I like the way he plays. He plays in a smart way. Like, the light spears are just there to absorb the arrows from the Mongol bowman. And then he can shoot the Mongol bowman himself. Because these guys are worthless. But your archers, if you shoot down those archers and then you have the freedom of using your archers as you wish. We've seen that time and time again that can bring you a lot of positive, that can put you in a lot of positive situations, right? So we have a very loose center there. Well, this is a more standard setup from Michal. Let's see. He's gonna start harassing with his horse archers. Which is, yeah, exactly what you should do, and we saw him do it very successfully in the semifinals. He's gonna target the cheap spears again. And the general, okay. He's widening up the spears. What the fuck? Let me just get off of my browser. And my... Oh, sorry about that. Anna! No, måste not miri. No stress. Yeah, let's head back there. So, he's pushing the spears on the flanks. He's leaving his archers in the center. Now, this... actually, they're pretty well defended against the horse charge, because he has horses here, he has horses here. He's aiming to push out with the spears. Really make those spears the first line of contact for the enemy. We've seen time and time again that he tries to outmaneuver his opponents constantly. He tries to make the enemy react to whatever he's doing, and because he is the proactive player and he knows what he's doing, you know, most importantly, he always manages to put himself in favorable positions. Like here, look at that, he's just shooting the main line for free. I don't know why you would choose to push out with your main line and get shot like this. I think you should just push with your archers or just sit tight and just continue the Mexican standoff, right? Because you have the horse archers and you can abuse... You can definitely abuse those horse archers. I think patience is also a great virtue that Premysl has. Oh my god. That charge was fucking devastating. Okay, I didn't expect that. I know that they're cheap spears, low tier spears, but one good charge, that's unexpected. And now he's pushing most of his troops on the flanks. pulling back the archers, throwing a few guys there just to keep the center in place, but the center is already shot up. So although they don't have any casualties, they do have damage on them. So when the melee fighting starts, that's when they're gonna be outmatched by the Bohemians. And like these guys are still haven't shot one shot, I think, which is criminal. You have to keep your archers shooting, if you ask me. On the flank, yeah, on the flank it's a bit of a problem. It's anybody's match on that one, at least. Yeah, in the center, just you don't want to do that because you're gonna get shot to shreds. Yeah, these guys are gonna be running around getting poked in the ass. Yeah, so basically what Premysl likes to do, from what I saw, he likes to overwhelm the flanks to make sure that he wins the flanks. And then in the center, he always tries to outmaneuver his enemy with his archers. And with a couple of melee like with a couple or lesser infantry fighters in the center. And then just play a constant game of moving around, winning the flanks, and then just trying to survive and outmaneuver the enemy in the center while the flanks are getting won, and then you just overwhelm whatever's left. I'd say that's a decent description of what he likes to do. I'm curious to see, like, look, I'm curious to see. Let's keep in mind to check the damage done by the bowmans on both sides. I don't think it's gonna be a surprise to nobody how and why Premysl's archers would have done much greater damage to the enemy than Michal did. Yeah, I think it's slowly beginning to be a game over situation. Although this flank is still pretty decent. It's gonna rear charge them. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. And more reinforcements are on the way. Yeah, let's see the archers. So for the Bohemians, not a massive number, but what, like 200, whatever, 220 on a very rough estimation. While on the other side, like, we can see that those numbers are not very high. And that's pretty important. Pretty important. Okay, let's go and see match number 2. Duchy of Normandy against the Almoravids. 5 horses, 4 archers, couple of spears, 3 spears, 2 axemen. The rest I'm guessing are, I think these guys are also axemen. So a lot of axemen. I don't say, only potentially see 2 horses. 2 what you might call it. 2 swordsmen. Oh my god, this is interesting. So Michal is gonna overwhelm the right flank. He has all his cavalry here. That's super interesting. I mean, yeah, you might overwhelm and win this flank, but what are you gonna do on the other flank? This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, he's trying to fall back, but that's not gonna be... Yeah, he quickly realizes that falling back is not an option. He's gonna get mowed down. So he turns around and fight. Turns around to fight. He's gonna send his cavalry as well. Okay, he's not gonna try to take advantage of the other flank. He's gonna try to fight this right here. He is going to have a small advantage in the fact of the archers are in range, so they can definitely smash some heads here. While these guys have to play a catch-up again. And he's gonna be able to countercharge some of those troops. Like here, this is a losing matchup. Here this one is a winning one, but these guys in chat, they might change the situation. I gotta say, that was a bold try though. This is a very unorthodox way of trying to kill the enemy army. He's very proactive. Michal did a cool maneuver here. I like it. It's very risky. It's like, again, it's very unorthodox. But let's see if it's gonna work out. He still has a lot of troops here that he's not using. I wouldn't move these archers. Getting shot in the side is not gonna be a good matchup for anybody. Although it's their stronger flank because they have the shields in their hands, on their left hands. It's a little bit confusing because everybody is red. Looks like the Normans managed to push back the horses here. These guys are just waiting here. Skirmishers are fighting each other. Oh, you're gonna catch that. Okay, he caught one horse, then he's... yeah, he turned around, but it was a bit too late. I think Michal has a good chance here. Be careful with your general. He does send a spear as reinforcements, which is gonna be very good for that flank. I think actually, so far in this match, I think the skirmishers did a better job for Michal. I was pushing with the spear up front. Pulling his horses. I wonder what he wants to do with them. Is it? Yeah, okay. So he's gonna try to hit the archers. Which is a good move. If you can pull it off. These archers are in trouble now. They're being surrounded and Premysl tries to run away with them. Let's see if it's gonna work. Well, he's starting to lose control of the left. Of his left flank, I should say, huh? Michal's left though is tricky to say the least. Now he did manage to diminish the archers massively, so Premysl is not gonna be able to do his usual damage with the archers. On the contrary, these guys are all pinned down here and now they're getting shot. He does manage to get a charge in here, which Michal's cavalry is right here. He could counter charge, he could go for the archers. There's a lot of things that can be done. And on the right flank, on his right flank, he won the battle. Now on the left, these guys are gonna be gone soon. His general is here. His archers are still pinned down, which is not good for him. He has some free archers here. He's gonna charge, but I don't know if that's wise because these guys are so close and his general is pinned down and he might get his general killed. Now these archers are taking massive damage now, but at least these guys are shooting them. Let's see, no more cavalry left for the Almoravids. Only the general. While on the other side, I think it's the same, no horses. We have this horse, but there's like 8 of them left. And the general. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Premysl did a good job in disabling the two archers. Now he's trying to recuperate and he's trying to shoot down the Easterners. I don't know if it's gonna be enough though, because... Man, this is... I think... I don't know, I think Michal takes this one, just because of the sheer amount of infantry left. But let's see. It's a general on general fight here. Move it! Get sorted! Premysyl's general is on its last feet, like 3 people left. Okay, they're routed. Now, this is gonna be a problem. And it should be game over, I think, for Premysl. Although his archers are shooting the enemy, but they themselves are getting shot at now. Use the spears, come on! Advance at speed! Both factions have lost their general, but there's just too much here, I think, for Premysl to handle. Yeah, I think that's it. There's no way he comes back from this. It's game over. Yeah, this was a very unorthodox play from Michal. It was super awesome to see. Super awesome. His archers did definitely better this time than in the previous fight. I think just Premysl just got caught off guard here on the setup and on everything, and you cannot blame him. That was crazy. But you can see that being very aggressive with him and doing unorthodox things, that works with Premysl. That might be one of the few things that might work against him. I think I said that in a previous fight battle, or maybe not. The problem is that you cannot come up with these type of tactics over and over and over again. Make them still fresh. But it worked this time, so that was a cool match. Cool match. Okay, let's see match number 3. Premysl is gonna play as the Mongols. Michal as the Abbasids. I have 5 horses for the Abbasids, 6 for the Mongols with 1 horse archer, 4 archers for... what? I think these guys are archers, yeah. 2 cheap spears, axemen. The same wide, loose setup from Premysl, sorry. Does have a horse archer. He's gonna make sure to abuse those guys in the enemy team, or enemy army, I should say. Again, Michal is very eager to just get in the face of the enemy. He does stop before the archers are in range. He's getting slightly abused. I think there's no reason here to not take one of your archers and try to shoot these guys. I think I would take one and just shoot them. As long as the army stays and is falling back, you should definitely use your archers against the horse archers. Because this is not good for... These guys are not happy. They're like, yo boss, what the fuck's going on? Don't we have some archers or something? We're getting shot in our weak flank and in the back. That's horrible. Now with the first shots fired. Granted, yeah, they didn't kill anybody, but that damage will count in the melee fights. And he just completely no-sells these horse archers. He just doesn't care about them. Gonna take his horses, do a couple of fake charges probably. Yeah. Now those archers are gonna have a nice... Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay, nobody died. Okay. But what's the purpose of pushing your horse here, I wonder? Maybe detract from the other troops. This is weird. Fighting the horses. Fighting with the horses closer to the center than on the flanks. Well, these guys are shooting your back. One of the archers is starting to rout. This guy is also pretty close to saying goodbye, baby. This right flank here is in danger for Michal, I think. What is this? He did manage to rout one of the archers. But a couple of his archers are also... Oh my god, that general is in a bit of a sandwich. Now he's getting reinforced. Let's see if he's gonna be reinforced in time. For glory! These guys are getting shot to shreds. Just push them into the battle. Not a lot of forces left for the Abbasids. Oh, I gotta drink coffee, man. The general is gonna sneak through and hit the archers, maybe? Yeah, they got pinned down there a little bit, but they're gonna go for these archers. Booyah. That's a nice charge. In the center, these horses finally gave up. Or are on the road to give up. It's been a long fight here. Yeah, Premysl did a good job in taking out his archers, his enemy's archers, while these guys are now free to do what they do best. And that's the match right there. Not sure where the match was won or lost. I'm either getting tired a little bit, or I'm either had a hard time with identifying what was what in this match. But in overall, like Michal is always proactive. Those middle skirmishers were a little bit confusing to me. And then everything developed from there. It's gonna be 2-1 for Premysl. His archers did decent damage, pretty good damage, while the Abbasids didn't do much, unfortunately. Let's go match number 4, okay. Soldiers against the Sultanate of Rum. I'm guessing the roster for these two factions is not vastly different. Mostly similar. We have 4 archers of the same type on each side. I think 6 horses for both sides with 1 horse archer on each side, right? Yes, here. Yes, here. Okay. Okay, let's see how this will go. Sultanate of Rum. Well, gather its strength on the left side. Wait, I gotta check something. Okay, so Michal plays as the Sultanate of Rum. And the Soljiks. This is a little bit confusing for a dumb Westerner like myself. But yeah, the Soljiks are played by Premysl. Yes, with his formation. Now he has the 4 horses. On his left, the horse archers might meet here. He avoids the first wave. We have some better spears this time for Premysl. Not a lot of spears on the other side, a couple of them. Ah well. Michal again will take the initiative. Apparently, anyway. Archers are still out of range. Ah, a little bit of an ass shot on this guy. So far, Premysl is pretty good at avoiding Michal's horse archers. All Turkic archers on the field. Same stats. Looks like Michal this time is gonna sit back. Rightfully so. Let Premysl do the pushing for a match. Let him do something as well. Okay, he's gonna push his spears up front. The good fodder for the cannon. But again, Michal is choosing to be proactive with his melee, which is just gonna make... Yeah, but I mean, somebody has to do it, right? Those archers are gonna have a few free shots. Now they are going to take damage, while Michal's archers are not gonna take damage. Because oh, that's a nice charge. From the side as well. Side-ish, I would say. And this already puts, like, look at this, just by doing all the shooting here, all the charge here, like this line is significantly already weaker than whatever is left on Premysyl's side. Yeah, the archers took a little bit of fire, but damage on the skirmishers is something that I would always take in favor of doing damage to the main line of the enemy, right? Yeah, like these guys are basically fucked. That was a nice charge. Very nice charge from Premysl. On the flank here, there's a mishmash of troops, horses, swords, spears, but his general is sleeping. And just look at the amount of punishment that these guys are taking from the archers. It's just insane. By the time they touch, they're like, okay, we've had enough, we're gonna turn around now, especially these guys. Yeah. And on the flanks, it seems that Premysl has the number of the enemy. The generals are still doing nothing. Hey, good morning. Yeah, that should have happened earlier, if I'm being honest. Of course, there's a lot of shit to do on the field, so I'm not shitting on Michal here, obviously. I said this in the previous fights, I don't want to repeat myself. It's easier to see when people make mistakes when you just watch the replay, instead of actually playing the battle. But the center is just evaporated due to the charge and the archers just shooting them for free. Now on this left flank, Michal is seemingly in a good spot, but the archers are starting to shoot them. Now he very wisely sees that. He's gonna charge into these guys, which that's gonna be painful. And they're gonna stop shooting for a while. And on the right, he's losing the fight. Excellent job by these horses to rout that archer. Plus not routing themselves yet. Oh, everybody else is gone. Yeah, these are a few good shots here and there, but the thing is, other than the archers, I mean, yeah, he has these horses. He could definitely charge these spears. Well, the left flank could win the fight here for Michal. Though the general is in trouble. And reinforcements are coming. Yeah, he's very wisely, I think, charging these spears. They're also tired. This should be a good charge. Oh, come on. Oh, that's such a troglodyte charge. Oh, I was building that one up. I was ready, I was on them. Oh my god, the definition of blue balls right there. Now he's trying to do the most that he can do with these archers here. These guys are hanging in there like fucking heroes, man. Yeah, those guys are... They held that flank busy for a long time. And now the archers are in a big trouble because they're getting surrounded. Yeah, these troops here, they deserve the Medal of Honor for holding the line while everything else is getting done. But the center, like I'm trying to think what you could do differently than Michal to win the fight, because that center got destroyed by the archers and that charge, and the charge was from the side-ish, from the weaker side of the infantry, which theoretically, I don't know, maybe it should do more damage. And by the time they touched in the center, that was it, basically. While the flanks held the line well enough, and that is the situation right there. Pretty balanced damage on the archers, but I want to see the cavalry. Yeah, the cavalry, I think, yeah, did much more for Premysl. Look at these guys, 168. 268, that's 271, whatever, 350, let's say 450, yeah, with this one 450 casualties, while here it's not even half, right? That's like 190, 210, let's say average 255, so yeah, a little more than half, but yeah, that's just insane. And the winner of the tournament, by the way, yeah, congratulations for Premysl. It was a joy to watch him play. He's a really skilled player. Michal managed to surprise him here in the second match, and it was super cool to see. That was out of nowhere. That was like a good demonstration of what a player should be doing if he wants to try to beat Premysl, which is take him by surprise and force him to adapt to the enemy's unorthodox situation. Because usually what I've seen is Premysl would always like try to outmaneuver, outposition the enemy. Now that was a bit harder with Michal, because Michal was always proactive, always in his face. But because he would shoot, because he would charge with the infantry, he would always take damage from the archers. And so, take from that what you might will. That's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Until then, stay safe, stay clean, and always stay strong.